Yo, what is going on, guys? Mr. Loki here, and I'm just going to give you guys a fair reminder and a fair warning that the content in this video, some parts of the content video is going to have political discussions. And I am a Twitch streamer, and I encourage and I allow civil discussions between me and the viewers. So if this is something that bothers you, then simply click away. You don't have to, and if you're a person who gets easily offended by different opinions,
violating me with your different opinions,
then of course you have every right to just click away and whatnot. So please be civil, please be courteous and respectful, and I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Peace. I join in, the first thing I hear, no context. I'm glad you said no context. Estonia is not a good country, so that was interesting. It's not a good country. The government is too powerful. Too much power in the hands of the few. They have a Russian problem. And they don't treat their Russian population well at all. So it's definitely not a good country to live in. I mean, if you don't believe that, that's fine. There's one thing, though, that's an absolute fact, is Russia is a huge threat to Estonia. That's one good reason to get the hell out of. You don't want to be near Russia. You want to stay away from Russia, China, and yeah. For a second, I thought I'm... What? Oh boy. I'm going to Mongolia? Definitely don't recommend that. That's really... that's in between China and Russia. Where's Mongolia? Is it in between Russia and China? I think it is. That's the joke? Okay, yeah. Sorry, my geography is garbage.
Queen and country! Careful left! Bye!
An Osiris. I have not found an Osiris. Dude, why do I'm so bad at landing my two.
Bye.
I guess I'm only getting one stack. Feels bad.
On my way.
We have an Apollo jungle. This is a game we play.
Hi. Hilarious. Don't muck it up.
I always miss one creep. That's fine.
Okay.
Enemies incoming left.
Enemy missing middle. Careful left.
Your last tower is under attack.
A decent country? I don't think so. I disagree heavily.
Set up an ambush here. Attack.
But hey, you know what? If you're a contempt living in Estonia, more power to you, man.
Casualty.
Don't let me say anything.
It must have been their first.
You bet. I bet now.
Your power waves.
No!
You have been shot. You have slain an enemy.
Couldn't shell. I got stunned. That's crazy.
Your middle tower is under
Ymir's
attack.
there. Oh, he's jungle.
We need war back.
Okay.
I forgot I was leashed.
Your middle tower is under
Careful
attack.
middle.
Enemies incoming left.
Is under attack.
Kind of hard to fight Osiris. I think Osiris is a character you should just
Allies
focus
are
on
falling
farming.
Left and right. You must aid them.
I know, right?
Another comrade has seen their maker. On my way. And it's all
Nice job.
on my way.
That's too bad.
Loki being able to box Osiris? That's kind of nuts, dude.
An enemy has been slain.
No problem.
Once I have 2 points in my 3, I can outclear pretty quickly. Well, to be fair, I do have 10 power.
Okay.
Thanks. Your left tower.
Reduces damage taken? I thought they've removed that.
It must have been their first battle.
I thought they removed that damage reduction.
Don't muck it up.
I mean, I have no choice to fight him in a tether because he's choosing to fight me. It's not like he's Hercules where if I deal damage to him, he heals it back up. Damage is damage.
Okay. On my way.
No? Where's...
Enemy missing.
Okay.
Cancel that.
Ultimate is down.
Yikes, dude. I didn't even expect you to ult there.
An ally has been slain. 2 lives end today. I have never witnessed such a killing spree.
So T2, T4, the Loki guy is from Estonia. He's Estonian. It's crazy. Dude, how does it feel like to live in a country where no one lives? And I thought Sweden's population's pretty low.
Tower is under attack.
An enemy has been slain.
It's really nice. Not many people. No, to be fair, that's a good thing. Not having a lot of people. That's nice. You basically know everyone. That's not true. You don't know 1 million people, but you know what I mean. A lot of forest? Yeah. No, I can imagine the positives of living in an isolated country. In terms of, not isolated, but you know what I mean. Not a lot of people.
Coming middle.
Okay.
The best way to counter Ymir is to not run away from him, but to walk towards him. Osiris doesn't have his things stacked yet.
On my way. Attack left lane.
On my way.
Nice job.
It must have been their first battle.
What? Dude, 8 damage? That's poggers.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
I see you.
So naturally
Nice working with a professional.
has fallen.
That's pretty cool, T2.
Spotted.
Oh, there's an Iceman. It's okay.
Never witnessed such a killing spree.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Don't muck it up.
Your left tower is under attack.
Osiris ult is very telegraphed, so you can pretty much just like avoid it by walking out of it. If you have full boots, you should never hold left mouse when you're attacking Osiris. Just keep left clicking.
Falling left and right. You must
I know, right?
Waiting for rank release. If you want to learn how to play the new Loki, basically the way I'm playing him is the way to play the new Loki. Though, if this Osiris was a really good rank player, I'd probably lose a lot because
Left tower is under
it's Osiris. You just lose anyway. Osiris wins most situations. But you notice how I can instantly clear at like level 4 and 5, right? Like you notice how fast my clear is. Theo got a massive buff? Not really, because it's only for scaling, which means it doesn't affect me at all at level 1.
Enemies incoming left.
Ranked up the buff? No, not the 20th. November. It's not a huge damage buff, chat. It's over 4 seconds. No one's gonna stand in the decoy for 4 seconds.
Okay,
Comrade has
please.
seen their maker. 2 fall. What a rampage.
tower away. Please, no.
Dude, this guy thinks I'm running straight to him. Like, what? No. I didn't clear though, so he's definitely gonna have an advantage
Enemies
over me.
incoming right. Incoming right.
Coming right.
Your left tower is under
On my way.
slain.
All the magic gone.
Oof. Okay.
Apollo sends his apology.
Hey, I'll attack right lane. Bye.
Go on, smile.
Gank.
Your left tower has been destroyed.
That was pretty good.
Your left tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
I can't be bothered playing against normal players. I mean, no, you're right. Most of my experiences were against pretty bad players. I fought against really one good player. He was King Arthur. I still won lane though, because King Arthur clear is pretty bad. And I was also able to 1v1 him until we both got stunned to Gaia. Then we just literally never kill each other. Well, he killed me sometimes because in team fights he keeps hitting me and I'm hitting other people, and he eventually kills me because he has unlimited abilities.
On my way. Your left tower is under attack.
Gank middle lane.
Enemy missing left.
Play him support? No, play him warrior, not support. Support's not good. He doesn't have support abilities. He has a stun on his ult, and that's it. That's not a support.
It must have
He's a
been their
warrior.
first battle.
You go in without worrying about dying and applying your like damage reduction as much as possible.
Double kill.
That's too bad.
I've never witnessed such a
I play warriors and support, but that's not. No, Thief 2.
This is Control. Apollo sends his apology.
The only warrior that can support is Horus and Herc. Those are the only two warriors you can play in support. Guan Yu's bad. I mean, Guan Yu works, but you want a magical for support because then you lack magic. W key and win. Yeah, but you can do that. Literally, I've been doing that this whole time.
It's part of the job, mate.
Odin's okay? No. It has to be very niche. You have to have a magical ADC or a magical...
Your middle tower is under attack.
incoming left. That was a powerful blow indeed.
On my way.
Nice job.
I'm a support? No, you play her in solo.
Retreat left lane.
On my way.
People tried Mulan support. Like, no, guys. These... no. Playing... Why would you want to hinder yourself? Why play Mulan, who has 1 CC in her kit that's very hard to land, right? Like, why bother when you can just play, I don't know, Cerberus or Athena, who has an AoE ton. Like, you don't, like, you guys are troll picking. Picking characters, no, man.
Your right tower is under attack.
I've seen ranked people play Mulan support. It's stupid, man. Look, and I don't care how good you are. Just because you're really good at the game doesn't mean the character you're playing is good for that character. Like, you know? You can be amazing. You can be the best player in the game and be Paul, right? And make Geb jungle work somehow. That doesn't mean Geb's a jungler. Mulan, you go Mulan support for the early pressure, but late game Mulan falls off really hard. Especially if you can't land the 3, you're screwing your team. Why risk it? Why not just play a normal Guardian and guarantee the setup? You know what I mean? Sylvanas guaranteed knockup, Ymir almost guaranteed freeze, Terra guaranteed roots, literally Mulan ult every few seconds. Who else? Who's a support in this game? Other supports I can't think of because I'm too tired. Paul's the best player? He's one of the best junglers in the game.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
Don't play Loki in support. You do better in solo. Literally, like, why play Loki? Playing Loki support hinders your team, man. You have 1 stun every 90 seconds, and you have a delayed 2-second slow that can be cancelled. His kit is a warrior. I didn't need to ult there, but it's okay. It looked cool. Isn't Paul a mid laner? He's a jungler. I think. He jungles a lot. I mean, sure, he can mid. I don't doubt it. He can play any role. He's a good player. He's a pro player. Dang it.
Be careful, right?
Incoming rocket. On my way.
On my way. Ultimate is down.
Another comrade has seen their maker. Awesome. An enemy has been slain.
Heals the way. I will not
Be careful.
Oh, Ra's an unfun character. Changed my mind.
I'll defend left lane.
Your left tower is under attack.
Paul can play anything, man. Paul's a really good player.
A comrade has fallen. Pity.
Ultimate is down.
An ally has been slain. It must have been their first battle.
Fury is far from you rock.
Okay.
Always watching in the shadows. Thanks.
Can I 1v1 Apollo? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know which direction you went. You went there.
Your middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
Bloody hell.
You're clear.
That's just no, right?
Undefeated.
As the worst blind? Yes, apparently.
Be careful, middle.
Your right tower is under attack.
I have never witnessed such a killing spree.
Yes.
This guy ulted the round.
Be careful, middle.
I'm the best supporting you on console.
Your right tower has been
Bronze is silver, not to brag. Don't worry, man. That's not much to brag anyways, so go ahead. Oh, console was a nightmare. I had to carry almost every game. Actually, pretty much every game. Console players are so bad. And and by the way, I started in bronze on console and I reached to Masters MMR, 2500 MMR, and I just stopped. I just can't. I was gonna say maybe I should go for Grandmasters, but like, because I think I can, and console is not hard. It's just, oh, it's so bad. You guys are really bad at the game. Some of you guys are really good, I don't doubt it, but most of you guys are pretty bad.
Thanks.
Aegis. You know you're not gonna reach.
Be right back. Ultimate is down.
An enemy has been slain.
I've seen very few good console play. I played over 30 games on console in a row for 1 week straight. I've only met one, maybe like 2-3 good players. I know one of them was Giannis, was a Athena player. She made great calls. She knew exactly where to go, what to do. Really good. In other words, the best players I saw were support players. I saw a Thanatos build Ninja Tabi. Oh, people left. Oh, that sucks. I thought he would continue chasing. Like, he's not dumb, right?
Enemy ultimate down. Oh, right.
I saw a Thanatos start Hydras first, right? He went Ninja Tabi, and then he went Aussie and crit. And I was in Masters, and well, I guess it was like 2300 MMR.
Okay.
I was like just witnessing, what am I watching this? Like, what? I've never seen anyone build Hydra's first item, then Ninja Tabi, and an Aussie and crit on Thanatos. Fun fact, he actually fragged late game because it doesn't take much skill for a console player to beat another console player. If majority of console players are bad killing bad is not really that impressive. It doesn't take that much effort. That's harder on console, I bet, because you gotta keep spamming buttons and like turning your camera angles very quickly. I bet. It's probably why they keep buffing him, because console players don't know how to play him. And console players make up majority of...
Enemy missing. Your left tower is under attack. I'll attack left lane.
Your left tower. Your left flank is under attack. Your middle tower.
Yikes.
Simply unstoppable.
Go, Anubis support, I choose you.
It must have
You
been
missed.
their first
You do a lot of damage. Oh, I'm dead.
battle. No one gets away with that many murders.
He lasered him, he got him. Good job.
Victory favors the brave.
Like the new Loki buff? No. There's only one buff that would make me sort of happy, and that would be making the 3 animation 2 times faster. I'm pretty new to the game on PC, but whenever I run into Thanatos, it's 9 out of 10 can Warriors Crusher. You don't build Crusher on Thanatos, maybe, but like getting Yone's Wrath is probably better. Not Yone's Wrath, but maybe like I don't know, but it's a better build. I definitely agree. Boots Crusher is way better than going Hydra's Ninja Tabi Aussie crit. You know, I definitely agree with that. I heard you don't go Crusher. Was that Susanoo?
Okay.
It's one of those 2 characters. You don't go Crusher either on Susanoo or Thanatos.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
I don't play those gods. I don't know how to build them. You always go Crusher on Susanoo? I don't know. You know, I could, you know, you say you go to university, but I can 100% make fun of you because like that's not how you use commas in an English. Is English your first language? I'm assuming it's not. Just letting you know that the way you're using commas, that's not the correct way. I'm German. Okay, that explains it. So not that because you're German. I'm nothing against Germans. I'm just saying like that's not how you use. I was trying to make fun of you. Like you're saying you have a life. You say you have a university, but you don't know how to use commas in an English sense. That's fine.
Has been slain.
It was a joke. I'm not trying to. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I don't care.
Enemy has been slain.
Then left lane. Then left lane.
Your left flank is under
Completed.
I know. Well, it's okay. English is very different from German. I bet. Oh, our left tower is being taken.
Your left phoenix has been destroyed.
So wait, you're German? Do you live in Germany? Nazis in chat? Oh boy. If you live in Germany, can I make fun of your country?
It's under attack.
The last time I made fun of Germany, that the German got very German. I'm just gonna say it's Duke Sloth. Duke Sloth got very offended.
Your right tower has been destroyed.
Welcome to my world.
Built tank boots before, any damage items like Hydra's Devil Crit? That's disgusting. Boro Vance Vanica? Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Loki, Nate. I really appreciate it, man. It's always the ones who don't say anything in chat are the ones who sub. It's so weird. And the ones who don't sub are the ones who talk the most. But if you're German, right? Can I make fun of your country? I mean, I don't need your permission, but I kind of want to make fun of your country. See, I have a personal vendetta, a personal issue with Germany.
Enemies
I
incoming.
mean, not the people, the government. I'm very picky on the government. Oh.
Allies are falling left to right. You must
You want to be canceled again? No, I just like to make fun of Germany. It's like He doesn't have lifesteal.
This war is
I have never witnessed such a killing spree.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna be enough. Like you're okay. Okay. I wanted to see if you were a German who gets offended, because I don't know if it's a common theme,
Ally has been slain.
but I heard Germans are very sensitive when it comes to like hate speech and whatnot.
An enemy has been slain.
And I think it's funny. I think it's very funny to make fun of that.
That's too bad.
I don't know what kind of German you are, but like the Germans that I've met are they take personal offense, which is so cute and funny. You should never be offended because someone thinks differently. Why have a grudge in Germany, Professor? The USA official still is. I don't agree with their. I don't think that Germany is a democracy. I think it's very much. Germany is a very hateful country when it comes to minorities. They don't. If you don't agree. If you don't say something. If you say something hateful, the government will prosecute you. I don't think that's good. I'm not an alt-right. I'm a liberal. Germans aren't liberal people. They're very conservative. They believe in the government being able to censor people because they don't believe in their speech. Who told you that? No one told me that. It's literally the law. For example, you imprison people who deny the Holocaust. You censor games like Wolfenstein, which by the way has Hitler in it. You remove the mustache and you change the subtitle from Führer to Mr. Hitler. No other, United States doesn't do that. You basically censor. I know one of the governors in Germany, I read this recently in the news, I could be wrong, but one of the governors wanted to add a law to ban certain political parties because you don't agree with them. Which you do, by the way. You ban political parties because they're too extreme. There's a lot of things that I disagree with Germany, and I use Germany for a lot of... I mean, most countries do this. It's not just Germany. I just like to make fun of Germany the most, because why not? Dang it.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
I'm not hating on German people. I don't care about people. I don't care about people. No, I mean I don't care about, you know, I respect Germans. I think you guys are cool people. You guys make good beer. I never tasted your beer, but I know that's a stereotype of beer, like French with wine, right? You guys are with beer. Like you guys have some good hot dogs too, or whatever. I don't care, but your government is not. I completely disapprove your government, and I think you guys are kind of tyrannical when it comes to that. I think any form of oppression is a form of tyranny. Therefore, it needs to go away because they get butthurt.
Don't make it up.
What do you mean? I'm saying that people in Germany are oppressed because they believe in extreme viewpoints that the German government do not agree with. In other words, the German government dictates.
An ally has been slain. I have never witnessed such a killing spree. Allies are falling left and right. You must hate them. I have never witnessed such a killing spree.
If you are a very extreme Nazi, this may be the case. Doesn't matter. You can be as extreme as you want. You can say Hail Hitler as much as you want. That's okay as long as you don't hurt people. In Germany, if you are an extreme Nazi group, you're going to be prosecuted and you're going to be shut down by the government. I think that is wrong. I don't believe it's the government's job to oppress people simply because you don't agree with them. If they are not hurting people, right? If they are not hurting anyone, if they are not, you know, killing people, if they're not going to the Jewish churches or whatever and burning down their... As long as they're not doing anything violent, I don't think you should have the right to oppress them. Do you want Nazis to come back? There's Nazis regardless of whether you allow it politically or not. Simply banning a Nazi party doesn't make people not Nazis. That's not how that works. In fact, that makes them more of a Nazi. So the idea of censorship, this is what I learned in political science. Censorship doesn't silence people. It makes them louder. By silencing a group, you're making them a victim of oppression. They can use that to make themselves stronger. It is exactly how in what was the year? The National Socialist Party was banned in Germany in the 1920s or 30s. They used that as a way to tell people that the government is corrupt and the government is bad. In other words, by oppressing them and silencing them, you made them stronger. I think Germany is repeating history, and they need to stop trying to silence people simply because you don't agree with their policies. Yes, people in the United States can support jihadism and ISIS as long as they're not doing anything violent. That's okay. It's okay to have an opinion. Humans are born with opinions. Government's responsibility and role is not to tell you how you should think. Did you know that there is an American Nazi party in the United States of America? Are you aware of that? Do you know that in the United States we have a Nazi party? It's called the American National Socialist Party. That is legal in the United States. We have not canceled any party in the United States. We allow Nazis in the United States. They haven't hurt anyone. If they do, that's a hate crime. Hate crime in the United States is illegal, right? Hate speech isn't. There's no such thing as hate speech.
You rock. No, you rock.
It's a liberal thought, by the way. I know most of Europe may completely disagree with what I'm saying because it's a liberal thought. It's something that doesn't really exist in your region. The United States is the only country in the world that does this, right? We're the only country in the world that says to be human is to think and to speak, right? Whoops. It is an inalienable right to think. If you think like a Nazi, that's fine. I mean, I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm not a Nazi. I don't support Nazism, but I support people believing in it. I support people having the choice to believe in whatever they want to believe, so long as they're not advocating any violence, right? That's it. It's not hard. You want to 1v1 me in my fountain? Oh boy.
Attack the Titan!
It's a liberal thought. It is completely insane to think, like, why on earth would you want to allow people who believe in hateful, hateful language to exist and allow to be participating in in politics, right? I think that's exactly what Kim Jong-un, what Putin, and Zhao Mei, what's the president in China? Zhao Meidong. God dang it, these Asian names. That's exactly what the president of China and the president of Russia and the leader of North Korea exactly believes. Why should I allow people who believe completely different than me to exist in the government? If you believe that the government should have the right to silence you and oppress you because you don't agree with their policies, ring, ring, ring. Most authoritarian governments agree with you. As long as you agree, man, that's fine. I think you're completely wrong, and I think you're an oppressing person. I don't think you. And this is why, again, like, this is the difference between Americans and, like, I'm not American. I wasn't born here, but There's a difference between American philosophy, which I believe is the correct and only. The world we live in would be a lot happier if everyone followed the John Locke kind of philosophy, where government has no authority. The government's job is not to tell you how you should think. The government's job is to protect your thought, not to tell you how you should think. That's the difference. The role of government is not to tell you this is the correct way to think. If you think otherwise, you have no authority to speak in the government. The government's job is to protect your rights to speak, not to cancel it. I don't know. It's not that complicated. If you think if you think that the government should silence you, then I'm sorry, you support an oppressive government, no matter how small it is. No matter how small it is. It's the government's job to protect your rights, not to take it away. Where are you from? I thought you were American. I was born in Sweden, but my family's from Iran. Fun fact, our family is from a tyrannical government.
Attack the Titan!
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower. Your left Phoenix is under attack.
Allies are falling left and right.
Poor Snake, dude.
Your left Phoenix has been destroyed. Your Titan is under attack.
I can't fight a chicken.
Right enemy Phoenix.
Wasn't funny.
An enemy has been slain.
Anyway.
This will be nice.
Again, I'm not advocating any form of... I'm using Nazi as an example, by the way. It could be any group. The conservative, liberalism, libertarianism, the Green Party, what other parties are there? Any party, it doesn't matter. Even if I desperately despise, like let's say I hate conservatives, I still think it's their every right to speak and participate in political governments.
Phoenix is under attack.
Right? It doesn't matter. Like people truly believe that conservatives are like Nazis and they're very disgusting people and whatever. Same thing with the other side. There's a lot of conservatives who think like liberals are a bunch of morons, a bunch of crybaby white babies and whatever, and the world will be better off without liberals. The world will be better off without conservatives. Blah 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 blah. Yes. You have the right for that opinion, but that doesn't make it right. There's a reason why the government exists, so it can protect you from other people and the government. Germany does not protect people's rights. Germany dictates your rights. There's a difference there. There is no Bill of Rights in Germany. There is none of that. It's just like, you don't believe what we believe, you're going to be shunned by society and you're going to be sentenced to prison. That's bad. Oh my God. This guy just gifted 5 subs so randomly. Dude, ELMNT, Kronos, thank you so much. You gifted a sub to LB24, sir. Welcome to the Loki Nation. Lucy Taker, Vermasty, Purple Fire, Inspector Shade. Thank you so much for the gift of subs, and welcome to the Loki Nation.